Namaskar. Welcome to Ancient Wisdom. Nashta Jataka or Lost Horoscopy. How to find misplaced articles or people who have gone missing. This is a very direct application of astrology or Jyotisha, to be more correct, to day-to-day life. And this is not practiced much because it is very difficult and delicate one. First we will see what it is, and second we will see how it can be applied. When an article is lost or misplaced, we already know where the article is, or we already knew the last position, last location of that article. It is there in the brain, but it is something that we are not able to understand, not able to locate. But a query has arisen. Where is the article? Where is that missing document file? Where is that particular item? Or where is that piece of jewelry which last time I had kept in the locker? And interestingly, this is where the application of Advaita comes in. Advaita says a question cannot rise without its answer. The question and the answer are one. So both of them have to rise together. There cannot be a question without an answer, and there cannot be some information without a question attached to it. So when the query has come up, the answer also rises, and one of the ways to reach the answer is to set up a lost horoscopy, that is a Prashna Kundali for the time and place of the astrologer and the querent for the time as of then is able to guide us to the lost object. It can tell us whether it is likely that the object could be recovered, where the object could be found, who would be the best one to find that article, how long it would take, what research methodology has to be adopted, and also what is the condition of the object as of present. Interestingly, the same concept can be applied for people who have gone missing. Alzheimer cases, memory loss cases, missing persons. If adequate information is known about their last location, their physical appearance, their mental state, then the horoscopy will give us their current location, to some extent, the atmosphere that they are in, their position, or the guidelines to reach them, or even the agencies that could be useful in certain cases. It could be government, it could be people, it could be some hotel owners, or it could be some toll plaza employee. This much detail can be taken out of the lost horoscope. I will give a simple example which had actually happened. A person with his family went to a Tirtha Kshetra pilgrimage in his car, and they booked a hotel. They parked the car, took the luggage up to the hotel, and then suddenly the owner realized the car keys are not to be found. He ran to the car is locked. He didn't know what to do. So he called a friend of his who had known me and about lost horoscopy. So he asked me or asked him to call me to get help. The person called me, narrated the incident. I set up the lost horoscopy, and within the next 15 minutes I told him, open the car engine. 10 minutes later, he calls back, how did you know? And this was not my skill, but the strength of theory of lost horoscopy. The horoscopy was showing that the key was nearer to some source of fire, some hot place, some closed space at the level of west, say about 2.5 to 3 feet. Where could such thing be? And what had actually happened was this. He had travelled about 200-300 kilometers during the day. After parking, and when the other people took the luggage up, he locked the car and opened the engine to see if everything was okay, water was okay, oil was okay. And when doing so, he extended his hand and kept the keys in the engine and then closed the lid. And that is where the keys were. And lost horoscopy was able to find it. This logic can be extended to people also. The main conditions for lost horoscopy becoming successful are these. The location and time of the querent as well as the astrologer should be the same or equivalent, or adjustment has to be done if the person is at long distance. Secondly, the person who is asking the querent has to have a personal stake in the matter. If it is an article, it is the owner, direct owner, who faces the loss should be calling up. And if it is a person, it is a close relative of that person who should be calling up. That call time is crucial. And lastly, the query should be in all earnest and not a frivolous query. And all relevant details which are necessary or which are asked by the astrologer need to be provided to improve the success factor of the lost horoscopy. That is ancient wisdom. Namaskar.